So you have to start out by making pretty much a solid of what you want, which is this right here, and then split it up, put it on a backer. So we got the mold right here, and I was able to make the trim jigs of said mold, which these ones are actually a little bit different because they're now angled, so this is an older one. But we have the mold right there. So this is going to be cut on the CNC, and these are going to be printed. So what I do, which I've noticed nobody else does, is I add these bars going across, and that stops the flexing from left to right, so you can't twist it. So I put those in, and then you got adjustable retention right here, and then you got the MRD mounts on the side here. And this is what it's pretty much going to look like done. I'll actually get into the trim jigs. Are the trim jigs? So this is the final shape. You got your back side, your front side. Now these are specific to the direction. So these ones are made for left-handed mounting. So a right-handed shooter is going to be on the left side of the body with bullets facing rear. It's easier to index that way. So eventually I'm going to have to take this mount and put it on this side, and then we'll have a right-handed shooter. Or a left-handed shooter on right side. So, but for now, this is designed for this, unless you like bullets forward for some reason. But these are what it's going to look like, and I have them being built right now. Here it is. I literally just started this print. Where I don't even think 1% into it yet. We got 1%. So this is going to be a little bit. This is my Anycubic Viper. According to Kira, this is going to take 15 hours to print for one side and then 15 hours for the other side. Here we have it. First pull came right off the CNC. I cut the excess off. I got a massive piece of kydex in our 16x24 press. And let's see what it's going to look like. I'm excited. First pull on this magazine that I designed. So here it is right here. And that is for the Defender, the MPA Defender Masterpiece Arms. It's a dual mag carrier for the belt or molly. Let's see how it's going to look. Massive, massive piece. All right, moment of truth. Might need more suck right there. Yeah, it needs more suck. It's all right. I add a couple more drill holes. All in all, not bad. This is for test fits and whatnot, but not terrible. I could use a little bit more definition right here. This was 375 degrees when it came out. So, but we're going to do that. You obviously can see the wood rings in there. But let's cut it up, drill it out, and see how it fits everything. So that's not too bad. All right. Here we have our 3D printed trim jigs in there. Let's cut it. right, now let's see how this goes together. I went and grabbed some MRDs, which is what I designed it to be. Helps if I use the ones that I already prepped. 1 and 2. And of course, put it on the wrong way. Let's try that again. Get these guys in. This is 1/4 inch. Come on. Maybe I didn't clean these out enough. Oh yeah. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to form another one with a little bit more air holes in there and maybe another screen underneath it. So I'm putting this together for proof of concept because I don't like the definition. It could be better. All right. Plus, I want to make sure everything's all hunky dory. Now here's the magazine. That's actually pretty good. So I can't go. It's only designed to go one way because of this right here. So I didn't design it to go either way, although it still technically fits. It's working good. Now I got to put hardware in the middle. I grabbed a couple size bushings to see what would work the best. Honestly, those guys are right there. And what I'll do is grab some 3/8 posts. Put that in there. You know what? Easier before it goes in. There we go. These are 1/2 inch. And then just make it so it's flat and even. So this is pretty much designed for a right-handed shooter because you're going to have the mag behind you. So grab, go up in. Yeah, so this is a right-handed shooter, so these are going to be on the left side. I'm going to make another one so this is on this side as well. But as you can see, we have to adjust it. A little too much. Yeah. That's pretty epic, not gonna lie. I think this is why I also do it on wood. I'm gonna make this in a little bit further, but that's still nice. I only have one of these mags, so I can't put 2 in at the same time. All right, and let's do this. Okay, now I'll create a parts list, and I'll know what goes where, so we could add this all. Whoop. Finger not long enough. There we go. Come on. Here. Got it.
Bada bing. Again, this is just proof of concept. I will be making another one that looks a little bit better to me. But, like I said, I can change up the program and then cut it out of HDPE. But what I think I'm going to do is that mold is 14 inches long. So I think I'm going to separate the two. There we go. Bada bing. There we are. I think I'm going to separate the two because that is a long mold. It'll be a lot less machine time. And then what I'll do is I'm going to take these, I'll move these in probably like a 1/4 inch or so. You can see how far they're sticking out, but that works freaking awesome. And the trim jigs I'm going to modify too. As you can see, I broke a point off. I stupidly did these the same size as the hole. So I'm going to carve these down on a Dremel, but either that or I'll have to reprint it, which is no big deal, but I'll make these holes smaller in diameter. No big deal right there. But that is pretty awesome. You know what, for one of my first like completely custom things, you know, I think I nailed it. I mean, that lines up. It was a copy and paste, so that lines up. Oh. In. Maybe I'll open up this a little bit more. Actually, you know what, putting this down might open that up a little bit more. Oop, helps if I put it in the right way. Not bad. I'd rock that. So there's a dual mount for the MPA 9mm 30 or 33 round mag. Hell yeah. Said it went from this right here. I can't do this one-handed, but went from this and designing the mold. But what I'm going to do is, you can see right here, it's one piece. I'm going to cut that in half, and then because 14-inch mold is massive, and then the trim jigs I'm going to modify just a little bit, but they're going to be good. But that's went from that. Then it went on to this machine right here, and then our final build. Well, until I make it out of something that's not pine. I'm not gonna lie, I am super freaking happy with how this turned out. The only downside, the only thing that sucks is I'm gonna have to make another one. No big deal. This is my largest piece yet that I've done, and with the machine being down for 3 weeks, I finally was able to complete it. But look at the final setup right here, and then like I said, I am gonna make another one. But there was nothing on the market for these that I found. There might be. I may not be the first one to do it, but I was able to do it from scratch, and technically this is the only one in the world for this. So what I might do though is I might add the blocking on the front side so it could use either which way. That way I don't have to do a second mold. We'll see. You know, it's easy to do that, but like I said, I'm going to add more blocking right here so it opens it up a little bit, and then I'm going to move the MRDs in, and then on our trim jigs, I'm going to go ahead and make these less of a diameter so it actually fits in there without breaking anything. So no big deal, whatever. I am happy. It's all a learning process. This technically is still new to me. I've never made a trim jig like this. Really, this is like the third one and pretty much the second successful one. So I'm going to be showing that video soon. But like I said, I'm probably going to cut this in half and then cut it on HDPE so I have a permanent mold for it. I'm also going to design one that holds 3, one that holds 2. I'll design one so it's Leo style for the vest and just go from there. I do have other things that I'm designing and I'm going to be working on, but for now, this is what it is. You know, I started this cut yesterday at like 6 p.m. and it finished at, like 8 a.m. this morning. And so I'm just going to be moving on. So this is going to go in the, hey, I did it pile. And I mean, technically it's 0.08. It's rugged and it works. So technically I could sell this one. But like I said, I want to move some stuff in and do a little bit more modifying. But it works and it holds, and that's all I care about. So on that note, I am pretty stoked. This is a short video. It was wanted to see if I could do it. I'm going to do other videos in the future of actually designing where I'm putting stuff and why I'm doing stuff. But before I try to teach someone how to do it, I like to learn how to do it myself. You know, like I did holsters for 4 or 5 years before I started a YouTube channel, because I started it because there really wasn't a lot of good information out there, and at least not information that I wanted to know when I first got into the business. So there's not really much out there with mold making, so I'm going to go ahead, figure out some tips and tricks, and some other wholesale manufacturers might be upset, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of walk people through this, because let's face it, this is an expensive hobby and or an expensive business. Each one of those molds is a lot of money, and it's, you know, I'd rather spend the time and save myself $100 on a mold than, you know, but there's also, you know, reinventing the wheel. Is it worth it? You know, do you want to take the time to do it? Me, I don't sleep, so I'll do it at night while everyone's sleeping. I'll sit there on my laptop and create a couple things. So on that note, let me know what you think, and I have a pile of magazines that don't have molds out there that I'm going to be working on and creating stuff for, and I'm just going to take you guys along for the ride. So I appreciate all of you. Huge shout out to Holstersmith and Knife Kits. Everything you see on this magazine was made from products that they offer, and of course, hey, Home Depot for the the 2x10 to make a mold for this. I do all my projects on this. This was 70% off, so I ended up getting like 40 feet for $15, and I'll take it. So I ended up practicing on this. Once I'm done with this, it's going to go in my wood stove. I'm going to change up a couple things, and then we're just going to have some fun and go to town. So again, appreciate all of you guys. I have a lot to do, no time to do it, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later. Love you. Bye. Keep moving forward.